For those of you who have ever wondered when you're eating your deal at a restaurant or hotel, where does the food come from? Well, today we're going to answer that question with someone who's been in the business quite a long time and has his own interesting history as well. With me today is Kunjak Teptaranon, who is the owner of Gourmand. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, you've been in the food distribution business for over a decade now. I know a lot of people can usually peg it down to one day or one idea that really made you want to go into the business. But for you, how did it all come about?
It's a very difficult question because for my company, it didn't start with one day you want to do this, you see opportunity and you set a business plan. It's not come like that. It's about one day I just dropped by at one restaurant. I saw something that's on the ice plate, and I think I grew up with this. I know the thing well, and last time it's 15 years ago that this country is under economic crisis. I have nothing to do at that time, for real, and so I just asked the owner that can I deliver this, and he said try. Tomorrow you send this to me. I go back home, I buy things, I send to them, and that's the start. It's just like that, and we start to expand, and with only a few items, and then when you serve people one thing, they ask for more. Like, can you serve this also? Can you deliver that also? So the item is become more and more and more. So one day when you learn about what people use, how much they use, you start import, just like that. I try to make it easy.
Well, from a simple beginning, how many menu items do you now provide?
Now we provide around 6,000 items, including everything, even instrument, to restaurants and hotels.
Now, what partly separates you from other distribution companies is you only cater premium products. Is that correct?
Yeah. We try to focus on high-end customers because it's about my believing that every time that this country have crisis or panics about politics or anything, people on top, I mean customer of the customers, they will panic about a couple months and then come back, live their life as usual. So we don't have something to affect us much. So I just focus on the high end because of this.
Well, that makes sense. Oh, and I also know that, as apart from, let's say, another business, another type of industry, in your food industry, obviously you mentioned, having to import a lot of your items. I can imagine that just in terms of logistics, some of them might have a perishable. You might have to deliver them in some time. You might get someone saying, I would really want this ingredient next week. I mean, are those types of orders possible?
That's the way we do it. I mean, every company for the fresh import, they have to make an order 1 week in advance, and it's come by air on Friday, and we deliver it. But for local products, we have a contract with like boat and many suppliers, and we buy it to order day by day. That's it. But for the frozen product, no problem because the shelf life is about 2 years.
Oh, that's good. So you're able to at least know that, all right, whatever you have today, it's absolutely fresh going out to the restaurants. I can imagine though, but obviously there's a lot of hotels in the city, there's a lot of restaurants, especially let's say around the times of holidays, there's probably certain items which are quite popular, kind of like on Valentine's Day, everyone wants a rose. Do you run into problems with the supply around these really peak demand?
I cannot say that I have no problem at all. Yeah, but normally we know that it's gonna come, right? Like Valentine's Day, everybody know. So we have to plan for it and already do the booking to make sure that we have enough stuff to send to our customers.
In how many different clients do you have to service, let's say, on a day-to-day basis?
For all total, it's about 600 customers. I mean, they didn't buy the same thing, and some of them buy the service, and some is not in this country. And we also have a customer that not restaurant and hotel also. We have many foreign people in this country that always end up to shopping in gourmet market, you know, like many supermarket that's very expensive. And when they find us, we send the same thing to their home. That makes their life easier.
Well, that is a very good service. You know, well, thinking about, you know, your foreign customers, it just dawned on me that, let's say I'm an existing client and I say, you know what, back in my home country, there's this one ingredient, this one food item that I really need, I really would like. Having to deal with other countries, you know, here in Asia, in the West as well, is there any problem for you trying to find it internationally? I mean, do you have to know how to speak Japanese or Russian or, you know, French, or, you know, if you're finding different food items? Or have you already really built that contact list of suppliers?
Yes, because we go out for many conference every year, and I have my foreign department that we have people speak Chinese, speak English, speak Japanese, and at the beginnings I built this company up with a strong structure about supplier list, because I believe that good products that speak louder than salesmen. So I think this is the part that I spend a lot of time build that up. So I can find almost everything if you can pay, because yeah, it didn't mean that we try to be expensive, but some things, some stuffs, if it's some kind of strange or not the stuff that we import every day, you want a small amount, it's like special order, and so sometimes it's expensive.
Well, it must be interesting for yourself as well, always looking at, having to see what the trends are coming up. You know, is there, like, let's say in a normal hotel industry, you know, you obviously have the seasonal changes. Certain people go on vacation at certain times of the year. Does the food distribution also kind of parallel? You know, you kind of see the ups and downs. Months are kind of slow, and then the next month will be really, really crazy.
It's very crazy, but about the circle in annual, we get used to it. I think everybody get used to it because we absolutely know exactly how it's gonna go in each period of the year, and we know when it's gonna be a high season, lowest seasons, and about our special days. But the most crazy is because this country always have something happen that you cannot predict.
So it's not just holidays. It could be anything. It could be an election. It could be a weather problem. It could be anything.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. You started quite small. You've grown and grown and grown. Keep on adding items. Is there a time in your mind that you think, you know what, we're big enough. We have enough items, or do you really want to become a one-stop shop where if I want anything, I can come to you?
We will have something happen very soon about that, and I will let you know. But for one day that I think is big enough, that I think for me, myself, I think that day is past. But for the business, you cannot stop growing. When you stop growing, it's decline. So it's like trap, you know.
Sure.
So you have to go on, work, and expand it.
Through all of this, I'm sure we piqued the appetites of our viewers. If they're like, you know what, I have a few items, or I'm opening a restaurant, how can they contact you? Do you have a website, a phone number they can contact?
I have a phone number that's for people who speak Thai. It's 087 099 1110.
Thank you once again.
Thank you to invite me.
Don't go away though, because we have a lot more coming up on So This Is Thailand.
Good morning, everyone. I've just taken up a new job as a mushroom farmer. All these bags have mushrooms inside, but it takes a certain kind of environment to grow these mushrooms, and I've found a new technology that is low cost and energy efficient, and it makes growing mushrooms really easy. Stay tuned, and I'll tell you all about it. Please let me introduce Kun Tawiyot Srisakul Meki, who is the Managing Director of the Greenery Clinic. Swadee Kap. Swadee Kap. Today we're going to talk about a new technology that you've invented called the ULEM system.
Yes.
It's for delivering water for growing agriculture.
Yes.
Please explain this.
Yeah. All right. First of all, I would like to talking about the UTC. Right. UTC is stand for ULEM Technology Center here. Right. And the thing is, we got the many product here. And our product is the 100% research and development in Thailand. And ULEM is the key factor for all of the products, right? And ULEM is like this. ULEM is stand for ultra low energy mist. So it means we gonna use the very low energy, right? Very low energy. Normally, right? When we talking about the agriculturalist, right? In Thailand, right? We will know about the system, two system. One system is we call the sprinkler system, and other system is a dripper system, right? All of that system is come from Israel. Come back to us, agriculturalists in Thailand. We don't have electric system, right? We don't have money enough to buy the pump.
Right. Pumps, nozzles. The equipment is very expensive.
Very expensive. So that's why ULEM is come by. We decide based on we poor, right? So ULEM try to use natural energy. It's like the gravity, right? So it means the water. This one ULEM, water is can go from the top to the bottom, right? And we need drip by drip, drop by drop, right? On the disc, and the disc will spin very fast, so it will spread the water allow here, so that we get the fox.
So with the ULEM, you have the advantages. First of all, low energy, low cost.
Yes.
Second of all, you can control temperature and humidity.
Yes.
In this kind of environment.
Yes.
So the mushrooms, they grow.
Yeah, they
any
grow.
kind of mushroom.
Yeah, any kind of mushroom. The thing is like this. If you understand about the ULEM, how they control, how can they handle about the temperature, right? It's very easy. This one, the ULEM, when the ULEM work, the water is go like this, and on this, right, and this spin, we got the fox. If we supply the cold water to the ULEM, so it means the fox is cold.
It's cold.
Right? If we supply the fertilizer, right?
Oh, okay.
So we got the
So you have different applications.
yes. So we can do many things for the ULEM. Depend on your thing. We got the website worldwide.banhed-dd.com.
Kun Tawiyot, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณมากครับ
สวัสดีครับ